Welcome to my allotment, Nick the gardener. So just have another quick look round. The honesty here is really coming into flower now. It's really nice, blowing in the wind. Garlic, most of them are looking pretty good. I think this one here is my fattest one, so that's doing really well. I've got a few carrots finally germinating now after I sowed them about a month ago, but judging by or looking by it, this is about the only little bit I've got out of the 4 rows what I did. And looking at this, what's here, I mean, it's too rough really. There's too many bits of biochar and what have you in here, so I'll probably have to sow some more, but we'll see. So we'll have a look at the onions, and they all seem to be doing really well as well. They're starting to bulb up a little bit in some of the places. I don't know if you can see, sort of, that one there is getting a bit. So yeah, that one's getting quite nice and fat already. In fact, those ones at the back, that one over there, that's looking pretty good. So the Alicia Craig, the ones at the back there, are doing really well. In the middle, that's Red Baron, and this is a Bedfordshire Champion along here. And these multi-sown are RAMROD spring onions. Peony, got a couple of flower buds on it. And still need to find out what those bulbs are. Purple sprouting broccoli is still doing well. I've been picking it, I've just given a little bit away. This one probably going to be getting next week. So I've netted off my second earlies and put some more grass clippings. It's going to get cold apparently this week, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. My first earlies, which are coming up, I've got a little bit of frost damage on some of the leaves, and I'll top these up with grass the other day as well, and put this other bit of netting back over. So I mean, some of them look alright, but others have been caught by the frost just on the tip. So that one there looks quite bad, but they should pull through. It's not, not too drastic, but as long as they don't get, well, they're probably going to get frosted again in the next couple of days, but as long as they don't get completely frosted, then fingers crossed. So I've got some bags of Maris Piper potatoes. These are my home saved seeds, and I'm doing a little bit of a trial really with these 6 ones here anyway. So this is my Aldi mix and my compost, these two. These two are just Aldi mix, Aldi compost, that's the premium seaweed mixed one, and these two are just my own pure compost. And these two here, which I wasn't even planning on doing them, but I took the cover off this bed here just because when I did the other covers off the other bed, there was loads of slugs under there, so I thought take the covers off first and let the birds get in there and have the slugs for a few days before I plant anything in there. But when I took the covers off, there was a few volunteer potatoes what I'd obviously missed from last year, and they're definitely Maris Piper because that was the only variety I grew last year in this area. And I managed to miss about 6 potatoes, and they're doing pretty well. So I thought rather than just waste them, so I popped 3 of each in each of those 2 pots there. So all of these pots here are all my home saved seed from last year. Most of them in them 6 are Maris Piper, but some of them will be Estima. And I'll just quickly show you, I've got my second brassica cage up now. She's looking alright. And basically with these cages here, you want to put, if you do get one of these set up, so they're a bit fiddly to sort of all get all square and everything, but on the upright post where you stick into the ground, you want to put these connector blocks all the way through, because sometimes these poles fall out the side, and if the connector blocks in this side pole here and not on this one, then the whole thing can fall off, and then the net can fall through the this little gap here can fall through the cane. just sort of like that, and it will slide down, especially if a bird lands on it. So it's best to have these little connector blocks on the open-ended bit pointed up all the way round, like that. But yeah, so yeah, got quite a few things planted in here now, a bit of a mixture of everything. And yeah, I've had to put a couple of replacements in already, but most things aren't looking too bad really. I mean, that one there is probably going to get replaced. But yeah, the leaves seem to have changed colour quite a lot as well. I think that's due to the heavy winds that we've been having. So I've mulched up my strawberry bed with grass clippings. I did put a few extra strawberries in here just to fill it out a bit, and hopefully when all this dies down a bit, it'll make a nice little surface so that when it does rain, the mud doesn't bounce up onto the strawberries or anything. I've just got a bit of plastic there, put that in the bin. So I had a little look in here in Worm Island, and it's turning into leaf mould quite nicely in there really. There's quite a few worms and stuff in there, but yeah, that's looking pretty good, and I'm thinking about installing another one of these because it's pretty good. Now this is where my single seed potato is going to go, my 5 potatoes so far, and I've topped it up a little bit more, so now it's up to about this line here, and yeah, it's going to be a bit awkward to plant in here because they're getting quite big, and yeah, because I can't, you know, I've got to bend right over to get in there, and yeah, so that's going to be a bit interesting. I was hoping to plant them today, but because it's so cold this week, it's going to have to be about another week's time, and they're going to be even bigger then, so I'm hoping I don't snap any off or anything. But yeah, that's where my single seed potatoes go in, and it's going to make some fabulous soil for next year. So I've just turned my compost as well into that one. As you can see, it's bulging out over a bit, but still got a bit more left in this one, and I've just started to put some grass and leaves and stuff in this one. So everywhere's been wood chipped as well now, and the wood chip has actually finally run out. My sheds still need sorting. Dave's going to take some of the wood off my hands on the plot over there, and I will have to net these fruit bushes soon after they start to set fruit. And have a quick look at the flower patch. Your breeze is looking really nice, and these are going to flower this year. These hellebores, not hellebores, hollyhocks. I've got a little bluebell, hyacinthioids non-scripta. So yeah, I'm interested to see what all these little wild flowers are going to be, what I've put in. I've got some wallflower seedlings here, and some echinacea there, and some little primroses, forget-me-nots, sedum, no, more primroses. Bulbs, crocus. So yeah, these are going to look really pretty soon as well, the Sweet Williams. But it's all looking fab. I've got a few more broccoli spears, asparagus spears coming up in here. Got one here and one there. I'll just put this, another couple of little ones coming up, and I think one up over there as well. And the rhubarb is going to flower this year, but I'm going to let it flower, I think, because I've got this one this year. I thought that was just another flower spike there, wasn't it? But, the apple is looking really nice, and the cherry is just starting to flower. And these are all flowered now, just gone over, so hopefully they've all been pollinated, and we'll get some plums this year. And Mike from So Grow Eat sent me some comfrey, Bocking 14, which is popped in this pot for now. And I'm going to plant that in the corner where the honesty is, after the honesty is done. And this is the hollyhock I dug out from my home, because it was right in the way of the vegetable patch. So I'll just put that here for now. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how everything's going at the allotment. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the weather getting a bit warmer. To show you plot 25A quickly. So I've popped a bit of compost over the potatoes and earthed them up a bit. Just 'cause it's going to be cold, didn't want them showing through with the frost coming. So yeah, just a quick little update really. And yeah, all looking good. And I might do, rather than just have squash in here, I might do corn and squash and beans, 3 sisters, but we'll see. Because basically I don't know if my potatoes are going to be done in time. I was going to do corn in there, so what I might do is do corn in here with beans and courgettes and squash, and then when they're done, might do a second sowing of corn in there. I don't know. It's going to be, I always change my mind about things, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a good weekend and goodbye.